guys, for today's video we're going to be doing something a little bit fun. Well, I think it's going to be fun and I really want to share it with you guys. So I did a video on my channel maybe like a year ago, maybe a little bit more, I'm not 100% sure, but it was a video all about products that I could not live without, like my holy grail products where I was like, bitch, if you discontinue these products, we gonna have problems. And I think when I filmed that video I actually jinxed myself because a lot of the products have changed, which is crazy because in that video I mentioned like I've been using these products for years, they've been my holy grails, I've gone through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, I've been using them for 10 years, 5 years, like it was just products that I've been using forever, and a lot of them I don't use anymore. Not that I don't use them or I don't like them, it's just like I found others to replace them, which like defeats the purpose of a holy grail. So I really jinxed myself when I did that video. I think what I did is that I kind of started thinking, is this really my holy grail, or are there other things out there that are just as good? I'm actually gonna pull up that video. I hate watching old videos of myself because this was before I was really comfortable filming videos, and I used to film them at the dining room table, and I used to have to take all the lights, set them up there, and then bring them back to the office. These were not good times, okay? It was like the beginning of my YouTube journey. Everything was awkward.
Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if you are new, welcome. For today's video, I'm going to be talking.
Ew, and I'm so pale. That was before I knew how to do lighting and everything. I mean, I still don't really know how to do lighting, but my eyebrows were so thick too. Okay, you know what? We're not judging this video. I'm just gonna go pull up the products so I can tell you guys the ones that I've either replaced with something else, or like I just don't really use anymore, or I found something that I like more. I will link that video below if you want to watch it, but I kind of don't want you to watch it because I just like feel so cringe. You can watch it if you want, I'll link it below. But the first product that I have here is the Clarisonic Mia 2. So I like loved my Clarisonic dearly until actually when my sister got here, because she brought this little beauty, and this is the Vanity Planet exfoliating brush. It's that one that everybody has a discount code for, except for me because they don't know who I am. But this goes on 2 different speeds, and I like it specifically like, okay, the thing is that the Clarisonic and exfoliating brushes do 2 totally different things, but I don't know. Before I used to think like, man, I need the Clarisonic, I can't live without it. I notice such a difference in my skin when I don't use it, and while that's true, I don't feel like as die-hard dedicated to the Clarisonic as I did. When my sister came and when she brought this with her, I just stopped using my Clarisonic because she keeps this in the shower. Now we don't use the same brush head. She uses one of the regular ones and I like the silicone one. I don't know, my skin feels so smooth. It's been so clear, like clearer than it ever has been, because I just don't have as many breakouts from exfoliating. I use this every single day, and I'm not an everyday exfoliating kind of bitch, but I am with this because it's very gentle. I don't really have acne prone skin or anything like that. I don't have like super problematic skin where I break out or I have like a ton of issues. Like I know I'm very blessed with my skin compared to others because I do have fairly clear skin, but I have texture, I have rosacea, I have blackheads, and before I felt like I didn't know what to do with my skin. Like I was like, what's going on? I'm using good products. I didn't know what to do to make my skin better, and I was exfoliating still, but I was only exfoliating like maybe twice a week, and I don't know. I mean, like, I still love the Clarisonic. It's very expensive, so I refuse to believe that that doesn't work. I think it does work, but I just feel like I can get away with just using this. And I use it every single day, and she got here in May. I've been using this since she got here in May, and I don't go a day without using it. I use it only at night though, just once a day. My skin isn't as textured. My rosacea hasn't been as bad. I don't know if this is helping with it, like the exfoliating every day, but I don't know, I feel so much more confident without makeup than I normally do, because before, I'm telling you, and I know I must have mentioned this in my old videos where I was like, what's going on with my skin? And I kept changing things in my routine. I would use something for a couple months, wouldn't see a result, I would change it. I would do this, wouldn't see results, and change it. And I'm not one to feel self-conscious without makeup. I go out without makeup all the time. I run errands without makeup. I don't care. I don't have to wear makeup to feel pretty, you know, or confident. And I was getting to the point where I was like, what if I see somebody, you know? And I know it's like, that has nothing to do, like, beauty is only skin deep, like literally, but I don't know, I was just feeling so self-conscious because my skin was going through it, but this has helped. So this, I would say, definitely replaced my Clarisonic, and I was thinking about it the other day and I was like, I haven't used my Clarisonic in a minute, and it's because of this. It's just, I don't want to change anything right now because things are going so well that I'm happy with this, and it's a lot cheaper than the Clarisonic. I'm actually gonna go through the whole list and I'll tell you if I've changed things or if I haven't, and if I have, I'll tell you the new product. This next thing that I have is the Smashbox Photo Finish Radiance Primer. This is still, I would say, one of my holy grail primers, but it's not my only holy grail radiance primer, because before I was so die-hard Smashbox Radiance, Smashbox Radiance, Smashbox Radiance. I remember I was like, no, 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 no. I'm not trying anything else. I'm not interested. I don't want to try anything else. I've tried a few things since then. I'm telling you, when I filmed that video, I was just kind of like, is it really the best product out there, or should I try something else just to see, you know? Is there really something better? So I did venture out. If you guys have been watching me since then, you'll know that I've shared a lot of products with you. I love the Laura Mercier Radiance Primer, and I ran out of it, so I don't have it to show you, but I'm obsessed with this one from Milani, the Soft Focus Glow. I'm sure there's a couple of others that I've tried that I've mentioned in videos that I like. It's just the two that come to mind to me are the Laura Mercier Radiance and then this one from Milani, and they work. They get the job done. My skin still looks glowy and it looks nice and like fresh and healthy looking. My makeup lasts just as long. So I don't know what it was. I was just so stuck on that primer, and I started using that primer in my early 20s. Like, I think like 20 or 21 when I first started getting into primers, like the world of primers, and that's been the only radiance primer that I've ever used. I don't think I wasn't interested in trying other ones until I did, like, you know, just recently, and you know, there's others out there that I like as well. I'm not so die-hard stuck on that one. That is still a good one. I still use it. I haven't used it in a while, but I do have several backups because that's how crazy I was about it. I would always buy it when it was on sale. And you know, I still love it. I still love it, but there are others that I love too. Next thing we have is MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and this one was a tough one because I don't use Pro Longwear on a day-to-day basis. I use Tarte Shape Tape, and I remember in that video specifically saying that I love Shape Tape, but it can be a little dry for me, and I still stand by that. So I think what I would actually do in this scenario is say that they're both my holy grails because I love Shape Tape. The coverage is impeccable. I feel amazing when I use that concealer. Like, I know that my dark circles are concealed and I don't have anything to worry about. There's gonna be very minimal creasing. But I still have to stand by what I said then, because when my skin's really dry, like in the winter, I get a little drier now. My skin gets a little bit drier now, but I noticed like Shape Tape will start to grab when my skin's a little bit on the drier side. So I still stand by what I say with MAC Pro Longwear. I still love that concealer, and I think that is probably, like, if I had to pick between the two, like forever and eternity, like you can only use this one, I would still probably say MAC Pro Longwear because I know that looks good on my skin, like whenever, oily, dry, whatever. Pro Longwear is just so easy to work with, and they come in so many different shades. I'm gonna keep them both together. I'm gonna put them with each other. I gotta have both of them. Okay, the next thing that I have is the Beauty Blender, and I love the Beauty Blender with my whole heart and soul, but I talked about this in another video as well. I share all my feelings with you guys if you haven't noticed, that I was really bothered by that post that they made about Real Techniques, and I thought they were being really shady, and it was unprofessional, and it made, like, to me as a consumer, it made the brand look bad. Like, it made me look at them and be like, you guys are like drama, you know, and I don't like that. I'm not a dramatic person. I don't have drama in my life. We stay away from drama in this family, you know? So when I think about that, and I think, like, do I want to support a brand like that, especially when they kind of made it sound like, ooh, you know, we're the original, we're the best, I'm the queen of the world, I'm just like, this sponge is the best sponge ever, but it's also like, not everybody can spend $20 on a makeup sponge. Like, come on. Come on, be realistic, you know? I don't know, they just threw shade to Real Technique, and I didn't like that. That really bothered me because I love Real Technique as well. I use Real Technique in my kit because, to be honest, like, I just can't go drop $400 on like a bunch of different beauty blenders, you know, to have it like an excess of, like, that's just not realistic for me. I wish I could say that I am keeping Beauty Blender as my holy grail, and I still have, like, I'm gonna use the one that I have until it goes bad, and when it goes bad, I'm probably gonna stop repurchasing it. I'm just gonna have to stand by that because I just didn't like that. It really bothered me to go after another brand in such a like petty way. You know, I don't like shit like that. So that's literally the only reason why. Like that's the only reason why. I really want to find another sponge that's very similarly shaped to the Beauty Blender, but when that one is gone and it runs up and you know I can't use it anymore, I will continue to use my L'Oreal one. I love that one. And then I think I'm gonna try the Dose of Colors one because I know they just came out with a sponge and I like that it has that pointy tip. So you guys let me know below. It can be high end, it can be low end, I don't care, but if you would like to suggest your favorite sponges, I've tried a lot of the drugstore ones. I don't like the e.l.f. one. People always tell me to try the e.l.f. one and I don't like it at all. But go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Leave me suggestions. So yeah, sorry Beauty Blender. It's just like, don't be mean, you know, don't be a mean girl. Video, my Holy Grail blushes were MAC Warm Soul and MAC Lovejoy. I'm gonna keep those because those are, like, I love those two blushes with my whole heart. I'll never stop using them. But I wanna add two more. So I actually wanna add the Burt's Bees Toasted Cinnamon. I have to have all four of these, okay? That's basically what I'm trying to get at. I could talk about this until I'm blue in the face. I'm not gonna go into detail. If you've been watching me for any length of time, you know that this is the love of my life. So I love this. I want to add this, and then I also want to add this one from Hourglass. This is the Ambient Strobe Lighting Blush in Brilliant Nude. It doesn't look like it's all that in the pan, but it really is. And the formula, like, it just looks like you're like an angel, like glowing from within. So I want to add these two to the list, but I'm still keeping those on. I just got to throw in new ones. We got to make room for new friends. Okay, this is one that surprised me because I have MAC Emphasize Shaping Powder on here, and I love MAC Emphasize, and I truly thought I'll never stop using it. It's like the best of the best of the best. I absolutely have to have it because it really gives you that bright, like very awake under eye look. And no matter what setting powder I used, a banana powder, like any type of setting powder, I always had to do just a dab of MAC Emphasize. And when I started using the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder, this $5 powder that you can get at Ulta, I've had this for like a year. I use it, excuse me, I'm busy. I love it. I mean, it gets the job done for me. I'm not gonna say this is my holy grail, but this is definitely one that I'm gonna keep in my collection for sure, 100%. And I did an Essence video, like, I think, again, like a year, maybe year and a half ago. I for sure thought I wasn't gonna like this because I'm like, ugh, nothing's as good as my MAC Emphasize. Nothing's ever gonna stop me from using it, and this did. I couldn't tell you the last time I used that. Truly, I don't remember because I haven't used it in so long. So I wouldn't necessarily say I really have a holy grail. That is like one of my go-to products. Like, again, I'll keep that in my collection, but I'm still open to trying others. And it's crazy because it's like in my head I'm like, Emphasize is the best, it's beautiful, it's amazing, but damn, I never thought there'd be something else out there that I liked, you know? For highlighter, I had the Anastasia So Hollywood highlighter, and for a very long time that was my holy grail. It's discontinued, and I didn't like to use it that often because it is discontinued. And I've got to say that I have other highlighters that I like that I just don't reach for this one anymore. Like, I forget that I have it, actually. I love Ofra Rodeo Drive. I love the Artist Couture Summer Haze. I have it on today. That's like my go-to for the summer. I love Morphe Spark. There's so many that I like. I wouldn't necessarily say I actually have a holy grail highlighter now. I did at the time think it was this one, but I just love so many now. I probably use actually a different highlighter every single day. I try to spread the love throughout my highlighters because I have a lot. I have ones that I use when I'm fair, ones that I use when I'm tan, ones that I use when I want to go a little pinky, ones that I use when I want to go a little more peach, and I would probably say that I don't really have a holy grail highlighter anymore. It's like really funny to think of all these products and how I was so die hard. Like, I was like, this is the best, and if you don't like it, I don't like you. No, not really, but you know what I mean? Like, I was just so stuck in that mindset where I was like, this is the best ever, and I guess a lot of these things aren't really the best ever because my opinion has changed. MAC Paint Pot is on here. That's not going anywhere. She's staying right where she is because I still use and love MAC Paint Pot with my whole heart. Okay, Anastasia Dip Brow. What's crazy is I had been using Dip Brow for so long. When Dip Brow came out was when I first started using it. I think I remember I went to several different Sephoras to try to find it because it was sold out everywhere. And when I finally got my hands on it, it was like, this is it. This is all I need for the rest of my life. I wasn't interested in trying a powder, a pencil, nothing nothing like that. I had used those in the past, but I was just dead set on dip brow, and what I found is that dip brow was replaceable. After I filmed that video, I kind of started thinking, well, let me test out different pencils, and I started using the Brow Wiz again. I started using the brow definer. My current love right now is the CoverGirl Micro Fine and Define Brow Pencil. This is, I think it's soft brown, so this is a perfect color for me. I can use this now that my hair is dark brown. I used this when my hair was that really vibrant red. I was so obsessed with dip brow because I love the look of the like sharper brow. I'm not really so much into that look as of like the last year. I really like a brow pencil and a softer brow more. And I also love dip brow because it was so budge proof. Like I would go to the gym, it would never come off. Like I would be drenched in sweat. I'd be, you know, little like lines on my face from where I was sweating, but my brows never moved. But I found that even though I use a pencil, like it doesn't last quite as long as dip brow, I'll say that, but when I set it, it's not that bad. And it's like, who does their makeup at the gym? You know, it's like, do your brows have to stay on at the gym? Mine don't, so it's okay. I don't use pomades at all anymore. I'm just a pencil ass bitch now. That's all I can say. Okay, I also have Inglot Duraline. That baby's not going anywhere because I love Inglot Duraline. I have MAC Nylon, and I'm gonna go ahead and say MAC Nylon still is my holy grail like eye highlight for my brow bone and my inner corner, but I've come to realize that I don't have to use MAC Nylon. Like I'm not a picky ass bitch like I used to be, and now what I really do is I just reach into whatever palette I'm using, or I use a highlight. If I had to say at the end of the day, like, what's your favorite brow bone highlight, I would definitely say MAC Nylon, but I can live without it, you know? So this video was actually not called Holy Grail products, it was called products I can't live without, which to me, it's like, you know, I meant for it to be my Holy Grail products, but I can live without MAC Nylon. And what I used to do is like, say, here, I have this palette right here, the Milani one. I just did a video on this. I'll actually put it up here if you wanna check it out. But say that there was a highlight shade in here, there's not a shimmer highlight shade, but say if there was one in here, I wouldn't use it. I would go into my Z palette and pull out MAC Nylon, and now I'm like, who has time for that, you know? So that's what I have to say about that one. I also have my Koko lashes in Goddess. This has 100% changed because my new favorite lashes are nowhere to be found. Okay, hold please, I'll be right back. My new favorite lashes are also from Koko, but they're these. These are in the style Venus, and I purposely didn't want to wear them today because I wanted to show you how they look in the container, and I've gone through so many. I have backups of these because I'm so obsessed with them. I cannot be without them, and although I do rotate other lashes and I try new things, and I have others that I love, like I love my Buku lashes, I love my Flutter lashes, Ardell lashes, and I love so many different lashes, but if I had to pick one as of right now to live with for the rest of my life, they would have to be Venus. And at the time, Goddess was just my vibe. Like they're very similar to what I have on today. These are Iconics by House of Lashes. They're like almost identical to these. And this isn't my everyday style now. And this is, I'm more into a look like this. So it also goes to show you like how my makeup taste has changed from a year from now. So yeah, those are like my new holy grails. And those are like my holy grail. Like I literally need those in my life, or I'll be very unhappy. Okay, my next one is NYX Butter Gloss in Cookie Butter. I am very sad to say that they discontinued this product. I remember in that video saying I would throw a bitch fit if they discontinued that gloss, and they discontinued it. I can't find it anywhere. They might have it on Amazon, I have to look, but I have 3 left. I always buy doubles because when they're buy one get, well, when they were buy one get one half off at Ulta, I would buy 2 because that's literally, I can put that gloss on top of everything. I can wear it by itself and it looks beautiful. It was just like the best, perfect like nude brownish color that wasn't too pink, not too nude. It was like that brownie milky shade that I love. NYX, we need to have a talk. I'm really very unhappy about that. When I can find it, if I can find it online, I'm gonna stock up. The ones that I have, I don't wanna use because I'm scared I'm gonna run out of them. And I'm not ready. I'm not ready to part ways, but yeah. That's, I guess, this is life. Okay, I also have my Sigma E40 blending brush. This is my holy grail blending brush. I've been using this brush since I think I started doing eyeshadow. This is all dirty. I mean, this is like tattered, it's worn, it came apart, I glued it back together. It actually looks like I bit it back together during a time of crisis or something. But this brush is like, and it has to be this one. Like, it has to be this one. I have backups of this brush because it's my holy grail, but I do want to add another one that I just so thoroughly enjoy, and you know what? Let's go ahead and add it to the Holy Grail list. This is my Morphe brush. I never thought I would say I'm adding a Morphe brush to a Holy Grail. But this is, you guys are gonna have to let me know. I can't remember because the number rubbed off. The one that I rave about in all my videos is like one of the only blending brushes. Actually, I think it's the only blending brush from Morphe that I like. I believe it's the R38, and I use these two together. Like, I just go back and forth. I mean, this is like my ultimate favorite, but this one joined the family, and you know, look at her. It hasn't shed. It's just like, I'm so proud of you. Just stay this way forever. I'm gonna add a bunch of these to my kit. Like, I keep forgetting to go to the Morphe store. The Morphe store is kind of far from me, but when I do end up going, I'm gonna grab a bunch of these. Man, they're just good. They're good and they're cheap. And you know, I know Sigma's a little more up there in price. I think this brush is like, oh, it's maybe like 18. Could be in the like low 20s, and you know, I know not everybody can afford that, which is a nice thing about Morphe. Like, I know I say what I have to say about Morphe, and I definitely talk shit. You know, some people can't afford the Sigma brush, and I like that this one is. I would still rather spend my money on a more expensive brush and know that it's gonna last forever. I've had this brush for like 6 years, maybe longer. You know, so I would rather do that and know that it's like an investment tool for me instead of buying cheap brushes over and over and over because they, you know, dissipate into thin air. But this one is lovely. I've had it for months. I've washed it so many times. I don't even know how many times, and it's awesome. I'm adding it to my Holy Grail list. Okay, so the last thing that I have is the Badescu Rosewater Facial Spray. I've tried many, many other sprays. I've tried the Morphe one. I've tried the other Badescu sprays. Like, there's a purple one, a green one. I don't know what they are. I've tried, I can't recall off the top of my head, but I have tried several other sprays, and they don't do it for me like the Badescu one does. So that one is still a Holy Grail for me. It's my bitch. So yeah, that's actually it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was somewhat fun, kind of entertaining, just to kind of talk about things that, you know, I thought I was so obsessed with, and I was like, God, if you ever go away, I'm gonna die. And it's like, you know what, I'm not gonna die. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Leave any other suggestions below of videos that you want me to film, and I will add it to my list. If you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye! And I'm sure there might be a cup of other primer. Am I straight? I feel like I'm crooked. You know what? Nobody even cares about me. Thought it would be really fun to do something. Do what? What did you think it would be fun to do? I really want to find another. Hey guys, for today's video, I wanted to do something a little bit different. Why does everybody fucking say that? Like, how annoying can I be? I'm sure there's a couple of. I'm done.